We covered a huge story last week, one that represented a major wake-up call on a topic that YouTube has decided we're not allowed to discuss here. And they showed it by giving us our first red badge of courage, a video takedown. What topic were they so afraid to be seen? If you know Rasmussen Reports, you probably already know what it is. I usually ask this at the end, but now more than ever, it seems vital to have an independent, accurate, and transparent expert in public opinion to run counter to mainstream disinformation narratives. If you agree, please subscribe, even if it requires you to make a free YouTube account. We'd really appreciate it. We know for a fact we've been deboosted on other platforms. So if you want to see our content, the only way to be sure is to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Now, I'm not going to be able to tell you everything that was in the video that was taken down, but here's what we'll do. I will tell you in a just the facts manner the questions we asked and the demographic breakdowns. If you want the analysis, you can follow the link in the details for our epic segment on Steve Bannon's War Room. I will also link the story, which is not behind our paywall, so follow the link and download the crosstabs. So to reiterate, this video contains no analysis, no conjecture, no discussion of the untouchable topic, and certainly no discussion of the presence or lack thereof of evidence. We just asked 3 questions, and these questions are not false statements, and we are only reporting news here, what national likely voters think about the questions we asked. How closely have you followed recent news about this year's Senate elections? 94% say at least somewhat closely, and 66% say very closely. More Republicans are watching it closely, though actually slightly more independents are watching it very closely with 72%. Democrats are watching it less closely, but still close, and essentially nobody said that they weren't watching the election news. Republicans in Arizona say problems with the election in Maricopa County prevented many people from voting. How likely is it that these problems affected the outcome of the Senate election in Arizona? 71% of national likely voters say at least somewhat likely, and 40% say very likely. Only 13% say not at all likely. And here are the party numbers. The total likely numbers are 79% for Republicans, 68% for independents, and 65% for Democrats. 23% of Democrats said very likely, and only 20% said not at all likely. Now, do you agree or disagree with this statement about election problems in Arizona? This isn't about Republicans or Democrats. This is about our sacred right to vote, a right that many voters were sadly deprived of on November 8th. This is not our statement or quote. This is actually a quote attributed to the Republican gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake. 72% of voters at least somewhat agree, and 45% agree strongly. Only 13% strongly disagree, 78% of Republicans, but also 70% of independents, and 69% of Democrats agree with Kari Lake. Only 8% of Republicans, 15% of independents, and 17% of Democrats strongly disagree. Once again, if you want to see our analysis, follow the link to our Steve Bannon interview on Rumble. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any of our spicier videos, please follow us there as well. Thanks for watching.